Yo, watch about dog, SK New Air this. The body out there, Sniper King I represent for I Am Sure Sports. You get to me, I say, when you want the latest news and sports and updates and all of that, check out I Am Sure Sports. You know the thing goes in. Remember, cover the whole island. Remember Kingston, Westmoreland, Galchester, Ocho-Race, Galtigo Bay. Everywhere. I Am Sure Sports. Check it out for the latest news and latest updates. Sniper King I represent. Where them feel like? Ha! Yeah, someone on for the food from young, from we there you need height. I Am Sure Sports. Yeah, dog.
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Trick Nick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
William Knibb Memorial High School D Cup Alumni presents its third annual fundraising barbecue on Memorial Day, May 30th, 2022. Wear your favorite jersey to Wilsonwood Park in Mount Vernon, New York. Remember to take exit 12 off the Hutchinson River Parkway. Music by DJ Mad Max of Sound 1000. Proceeds to aid the William Knibb High School Costa Cup team. For more information, contact Keegan 304-607-4034. Our Codfish at 954-639-2991. Proud of people, it's important. Remember, make sure say oh no did that.
All right. Greetings and welcome to I Am Sure Sports. Yes, I am your host, Mannings Man. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I think it is in Psalm 90, it speaks about that a man days are 70. And if you happen to be past that and up to 80, you need to give thanks for every day. So we give the Lord Most High thanks and praise for this glorious and wonderful day, because we have life and we'll have it more abundantly. Today we have a very, very special interview for you. I'm telling you that this is the oldest person we have interviewed on our platform in the history of the platform in terms of a footballer. Right, who played. I know we have had Liebert Halliman and Jackie Walters, but this is someone who was born in 1943. All right, that's like 19 years before independence. And I want to know, like, what was football like before independence in Jamaica, and then after independence, what transpired when the stadium was built and his entire career. So jump onto the live and get involved in the discussion that we are about to have. It's going to be fruitful, it's going to be worthwhile, it's going to be worth your time. But as usual, before I introduce and invite my guests to the platform, let me take time out to say a big thank you to the sponsors of this video. They are Launch Legacy, yes, where they handle risk and seek legacy for all your personal insurance needs. In Canada and the USA, visit them at launchlegacy.com or call or text them at 647-989-0782. Also, a big thank you to Prestige Finance, lending a helping hand when you need it most. Prestige Finance is located in Linstead, St. Catherine, Jamaica, and they're offering loans of up to 100,000 Jamaican dollars, no processing fee, same day processing, yes, and 0 to 4% interest rate. You can call them at 876-884-7390. That a big up also to Trick Nick, the William Knibb family, and the Rossies, bro sister foundation that is doing work at their school. So big them up. All right, all the persons who continue to support the platform, really appreciate you. Continue to, once you come out, remember to hit the like button, subscribe, and also to share the content so others can know what we are doing. We also have our merchandise available. I know some of our subscribers in the States, they have them. I have pictures of them, but I can't put up their pictures to show you how beautifully adorned the ladies are and how well decked out the men are wearing the I Am Sure Sports merchandise. So if you'd like to get one, it's only 22 because we're in the year 2022. The number on the screen is what you can call in the United States to get. We are basically out in Jamaica, but if you want, you can call the I Am Sure Sports number, which is 876-373-6449. All right. With all of that said and done, big up to Cashew Red in the building, Shem J in the building, watching Champions League and being on the platform as well. Paul Watkins, welcome. And without any further ado, I want to welcome my guest, right? Whoa, almost twice my age. I mean, his name is Mr. Oscar Black. And let me give you a little history. Born in 1943, right? Which means that next year, when we speak again, he will be 80 years old. Can you believe that, people? Right. He's one of the first Jamaican to play in the NASL. All right, the North American Soccer League in 1968 with a team called the St. Louis Star. All right. So, yep. Welcome. Yeah, man, big up Reed in the building as well. So here he is, Mr. Oscar Black. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports, sir. So good to have you.
Thank you.
All right, so Mr. Black, again, it's indeed a great privilege to be able to speak with you, to hear your history in the sport. Like I said, you are the oldest person, probably the only person who would have been playing football before independence in Jamaica. So I want you to tell us your whole journey as much as you can remember from your early days playing football, from your youngest age all the way up to secondary school level.
Yes, I'm talking about the earliest days in my Ebenezer to Boys Town. That's from I'm 9 years old. I'm at Boys Town, and have been playing for Boys Town all the way to as under 16. Been playing all youths and been playing for the all youths team from Boys Town to the all youths from all over Kingston.
Okay, so you were at Ebenezer. You played at Boys Town.
Yes.
Boys Town. Okay. So what kind of league were you playing at that time for Boys Town? Just juvenile leagues?
The juvenile league for Boys Town was called under 16, and then all youths was a league that they have for youths all over Kingston.
Okay. All right. So who are some of the teams that you'd have played against during that time when you're at Boys Town? Who do you play against?
Most of the teams we play Boys Town against all the youth teams. You have Beeston United, Central Youths. It's a big array with youths all over Central Kingston.
Okay. And where were some of these games played? Were there good fields in Jamaica, and where was the field that you'd play the games on?
Oh yes, we played all over from camp, all youths. We were playing in camp.
That's Up Park Camp.
Up Park Camp, yes.
Yeah.
And we played at the police Oval, Elliston Road. We played at Machado's. And like I said, the all youths team was all over Central in Kingston.
Okay. Okay. And who were some of the players that you'd have played against who were good or who were on your team during those times that you remember?
Oh yes, like Markley, Hunter, Victor Frey, Robinson. Robinson was one of the better youth players. Gladstone Robinson, Victor Hunter, Victor Frey. These are youths that comes up from different areas in Central Kingston, from Boys Town, all over Kingston.
Okay. Was there a Jamaica team, like a team that represented Jamaica during your time? Did Jamaica have a team to play against other countries?
We didn't have like a under 19 like we do have in a couple of years back. We have under 19 and all that. We had a lot of teams that played club ball from Boys Town to where we represented club coaches from like we have Tassi, who was a national coach from 80, and so we get players from our division junior cup. We have players from the junior side that develop players that we get players from Lucas, yes, and we have players who develop from club, who like I myself, who was in the army in the early days, like I was 17 years old, playing for Jamaica in the regiment.
Oh, so you're playing for Jamaica in the regiment?
Yes.
Oh, so the Jamaica team in that time was really the army team. So you'd represent the army, and the army represented Jamaica.
Yes.
Okay, so there was not like a national team of Jamaicans. It was like more the army that would represent Jamaica, because we didn't have independence yet.
It's 1962.
In 1962 also. Okay, so in 1962 we got independence.
Yes.
You played a game for the army at that when we got independence around that time?
Around that time.
Okay, and who did you play against?
We played I think we played against 62 we played. Might have played 63 or 64 we played against 80.
In the newly built National Stadium?
I think, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I mean, but you actually left Jamaica though in the 60s.
Yes, I left Jamaica in the 60s, 68.
68, and you went to the United States and played in the North American Soccer League.
Yes, you played for North American League.
For St. Louis Stars.
For St. Louis, yes.
Okay, so did you ever come back to play football in Jamaica from that point?
No, I've never been represented in Jamaica. I've just played for fun.
Okay. So, I mean, outside of your early years at Boys Town and in the Jamaica Regiment, you went overseas and you played a short time with in the North American Soccer League.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So tell us, I mean, what was it like in because you were born in 1943, so back the ending of the 50s, which is 59 to 61, right before independence. What was football like in Jamaica at that time?
We were our lowest point. We were in 61. I think we were playing Division 2 for Boys Town. I was playing in 1961. I was playing Division 2 in Jamaica, in Boys Town, for Boys Town.
Okay, Father Sherlock was there at that time.
Yes, yes, but we had John Maxwell took over for the role. It was John Maxwell who was just about head of Father Sherlock.
Okay, okay. So were they during your time now, what about the schools? Were the schools like the secondary school, I think they used to call them in the like the Monroes and I mean the the few schools that are around, were they playing competition and did you play for your school?
No, 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 I
Okay.
wasn't.
Okay. So you were just primarily at Boys Town. Who was the coach
Yes.
who was the coach at Boys Town?
We have a few individuals who was doing Division 1, Division 2 coaches were like Sidney Duncan, Anderson. These were individuals who helped to coach individuals who coach. Yes.
Okay. And I mean, so you really played most of your football in Kingston. I mean,
Yes.
okay, because you didn't travel outside of the parish to play any competition.
No.
Okay. Okay. So what were the fields like? Were the fields properly grassed and all of those things, or it was like dirt fields and stuff? What?
Dirt field.
Okay. And you had proper referees and things in your time?
Oh, yes, we have a lot of referees in Sigri. We have a lot of referees in the 60s.
Okay. And okay. So like I said, you're really at Boys Town and you'd play against other teams in Central Kingston.
Yeah.
In your competition, right? And you speak about you'd play against like Lucas.
Yes.
Who again? I'm like Boys Town would play again.
Played against a lot of club teams like Santos.
Oh, Santos was around there. Okay.
Oh yes, Santos. We were playing against like Cavaliers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, those teams I didn't know that. Like Cavaliers, Santos, Lucas, Boys Town, those teams were around from in the 50s.
Well, we have, like I said, in Boys Town, we started out as a junior league.
Yeah.
To senior.
Yes.
We did not get to where we have this, where we are beyond, like I said, junior cup and senior cup.
Okay. Yeah. But how did football work in those times? Because cricket was probably the more popular sport in those times. Because
Yes.
Even Boys Town had Collie Simit and Lawrence Rowe, and stuff. So what was it like back in those days with to play football when there was cricket and people probably were following cricket more?
And if you remember that a lot of the football players also played cricket.
Yeah, like who?
Victor Hunter.
Okay.
Victor Frey played football, played Division 2, and were representative Jamaican cricketer.
Oh, Victor Frey and Victor Hunter.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Robinson was the captain for at Kingston Club.
Okay. All right. Someone just said also that Port Royal was around in those times as well.
Port Royal.
Yeah, Port Royal had a team.
Not that I know of. I know of Selvin Murphy, the goalkeeper, who represented Jamaica as a goalkeeper in Port Royal. I never know about.
So there was a goalkeeper that represented Jamaica called Selvin
Murphy.
From Port Royal.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you said the fields were primary dirt fields.
Dirt.
Okay. So did you played in the National Stadium when you represented the Jamaica Regiment in the 1960s?
Stadium, yes.
And that was against Haiti.
Yes. We played in the World Cup
qualifying
in 1964 I scored the first goal against Cuba.
In when?
Jamaica. I think 1964.
Oh.
Yeah, thank you.
The first time Jamaica played a World Cup qualifier in 1964, you scored against Cuba?
Against Cuba.
But Cuba qualified?
Qualified, yeah.
And so Jamaica didn't qualify?
We beat Cuba the first game.
Oh, we beat Cuba, but we didn't qualify for the World Cup, though.
No, we didn't.
Okay. So how come? Who beat you?
We beat I think we draw with Mexico. I think we draw with Mexico.
Okay.
Mexico beat us in Mexico, and I think we draw 2-2 in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa. So you actually played in Mexico against Mexico?
Yes, twice.
Yeah?
We played on away, played in Mexico.
And that game Mexico beat you?
We got 7-0 from Mexico.
Oh, and this is in 1963-64.
Yes.
Oh, whoa. This is let me check. Because maybe it was in 63. I'm trying to see if there was a World Cup. Let me just make sure that we can I can help you with this World Cup. 1960. Oh, is either the 1960? There was no World Cup in.
No, not in 66.
You're right. The World Cup was in 66, so you'd have played in the qualifiers in 60, like in 64, 65.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Also, this is important stuff. So you actually, because before this, Jamaica never played in any World Cup playoff or anything. This was the first time. This is after the stadium was built. We have independence, and so you played against Mexico in Mexico. We got 7-0. We played Mexico out here in Jamaica.
Yes.
And you said the game ended 2-2.
I think it was 2-2.
2-2. You remember, and you played in that game?
Yes.
Did you score in the game out here?
No.
Okay. You remember some of your teammates?
Oh, yes.
Who were some of these persons on your team for Jamaica that time?
Sidney Bartlett.
Okay. Whoa.
Yeah. Henry Loggy. The goal
keeper.
Yes, Dan Clark. I think the captain and
so let me get these names.
Sidney Bartlett, Henry Loggy. Yeah. Dan Clark was the goalkeeper.
Dan Clark. Whoa. Yeah. Oscar Black was the forward.
Yeah. Larry Winter was the captain.
Larry Winter.
Yeah.
Oh, he was the captain. These
Inside.
these are army men.
No,
Okay.
no. Forward, inside right, Lascelles Dunkley.
Dunkley, yeah.
Orton Usher Welsh.
Oh, the Welsh brothers were on it.
Twin, yes.
Ah,
Yeah, we had Delroy Scott. Roddy Pierce.
boy, this is very good. Roddy Pierce.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jackie Bell.
Really?
To be honest, Jackie got Roddy Pierce game.
Ah, so Jackie Bell was on this team. Whoa.
Yes, and Roddy took that spot. Then Neville Glanville.
Yeah?
Yes.
I don't believe this. This is a Jamaica team.
Yes. Erkley Voss.
Erkley.
Yeah. Frank Brown.
Whoa, Coach Frank Brown.
Yes.
Whoa. People, what are people hearing these names? This is like the first Jamaican team after post-independence, playing in the World Cup in qualifying. Frank Brown, Erkley Voss, Denville, Neville Granville, Jackie Walters, Roddy Pierce, Delroy Scott, Ash and Arthur Welsh, Lascelles Dunkley, Larry Winter, Oscar Black, Dan Clark, Henry Largy, Sidney Bartlett. Yeah.
Bishop.
Huh?
Bishop from Railway.
From Railway.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the names you remember.
Yes.
So how did you guys travel to Mexico?
We went to Mexico when we were with what, in 3 or 4 days, and the altitude, and we had spent 3 or 4 days, and nobody could breathe.
Oh, that's why you got 7.
That's where we got 7. Yeah.
So how long did it take you in those times from Jamaica to get to Mexico?
From Jamaica?
Yeah, to Mexico.
We flew.
Okay.
Yeah. Not long, not very long.
No, because I'm wondering if there were commercial flights that time. Like how would it? Like from Jamaica to Mexico, like how would
it? Yes.
Oh, like okay.
It had to be.
Okay. So you went to Mexico, you got 7. You came back to Jamaica.
Yes.
Yeah, and the game tied 2-2. You remember who scored for Jamaica?
I think we had a incident with something with that score, with that 1-2 game. I think we had something went wrong with the goalkeeper. Had a onside come from one of our players.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what about the Cuba game now? You played Cuba in Cuba or just in Jamaica?
In Jamaica.
Okay, so you didn't play them. You didn't go to Cuba to play them.
Yeah, we played. I had to play them before.
You played them in Cuba first.
In Cuba first, yes.
How did that game go?
I think that game was drawn with in Cuba.
And then you beat them out here.
Yes.
1-0.
Yes.
And you scored the 1 goal.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That is the only goal they ever scored for Jamaica.
I represent Jamaica. We played against. We have a little conversation here with KC in 1965.
Oh, okay. That KC team that they said was a
The Jamaican representative. They were
What?
trying to get the coach,
the Brazilian
the
coach.
Brazilian coach,
Yes.
and we have that KC team was representing the island and played against Jamaica. And
Okay.
I scored in that game. I scored a trick.
How much did the Jamaica team give KC?
6-1 they scored.
Also in 1965, the Jamaica team give KC 6-1 because Penna who was the coach?
The coach, yes.
And they felt like the KC team was better than
And yes.
Okay.
I scored a trick
Okay.
against KC.
Was that the KC team like with who was on that team, like Neville Oxford and those guys?
Yes. Jumpy.
Harris.
Yeah.
Okay, so you played in that famous match.
I scored a trick in that game.
But wasn't there also a game that they played? Was it 2 games and KC actually tied one?
No. We played one game in the National Stadium. And it's not even. It's supposed to be 6-love, and they gave a goal to KC, and it ends up 6-1.
All right. This is good. So 1965, Jamaica versus KC.
Yes.
Jamaica 6,
Yes.
KC 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Who was the coach of the national team during your time? Like when they went to play Mexico, who was coach? It was Penna who was coaching when they played against Mexico.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man. How was the quality of football in that time?
I think was 1960, 65 was about the best we have. In 65 with the national coach, we were doing very well. 65 we were doing exceptionally well. We had some good young Jamaicans who were, people like you said, we played against Haiti. I remember clearly. We went to Haiti and we beat a club team in Haiti in 65 or 66. We played in Haiti and played very well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did any of the young players like from KC get into the team when you were in it?
Oh yes. McLean was a good link.
McLean from KC got into the team at that time.
Yes.
He was the only one.
Yes. Neville Oxford was very good.
Okay.
Harris. Jumpy
Harris. What about Alan Skill Cole was Harry came after you?
Yes.
Okay. So you never get to play.
I played with Alan in Trinidad. About 1968, we played against. Me and Alan played together. I played with against Trinidad in 1968.
Oh, and Alan was on that team.
Yes.
Oh, so you played with him?
Yes.
Oh. So what did you play against Trinidad or just a club team or exhibition game or something?
Yeah, we played against Trinidad. Against Jamaica.
Okay. Oh, so all right. I mean, what was it like? Because many people say that Alan Skill Cole is probably one of the biggest footballers in terms of his ability
Yes.
to ever be born on the island. What was it like? I mean, playing with him. What was your experience like playing with him in 1968?
I think I like, like his name. It's called skill. Yeah, he was a very skillful footballer. Very, very skillful.
Okay, okay, but all right. So that it. So you left Jamaica in 1968, and you never came back to play, because you moved away. But what was, tell me about you, because you played in the NASL. Don't know how long you played. Tell me a little bit about that. What was it like? Yeah.
Not too long, not too long. In St. Louis, we played a couple of games, and I got hurt in in um in Spanish Honduras. We played a friendly game, and I got hurt in that game, and I came back. We played in California. We went back to St. Louis. So we started playing, league games, like we played in Chicago. We went back to St. Louis, and we played against two club team in Brazil for St. Louis, but not a lot.
In a long time, because I know you only scored one goal for them.
Yes.
You remember? You remember when you scored the goal against who?
Against in St. Louis.
Yeah, you scored one goal for St. Louis Stars.
Yes.
I don't know who you were
I
playing
against one of these club teams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what after that? Did you stop playing? You just stopped playing football?
Well, yes, I migrated to New York. We started a different league in New York, and we played in a lot of players from Jamaica who migrated to New York, like Sidney Bartlett, Dunkley, a lot of players that were migrated from Jamaica were living in New York, but we played a lot of different games, but not much.
Okay. Okay. So I mean, were you involved in football outside of playing? Were you ever involved in coaching or anything, or you just got out of football completely?
Well, it was always a part of football. Was never, into coaching.
Okay.
Never get
Okay.
to it.
Yeah.
Never
Yeah,
get.
but I mean, I also hear that football and entertainment seem to go together, and I hear that you're also you're a music man as well.
Yes.
Yes, so tell us a little bit about that. I think, and somebody saying that I think Ultimate Butler is saying the team from Port Royal was called St. Peter.
In Port Royal?
Yeah, I think he's saying that the Port Royal team was around, and I don't know. I think he's saying that they may have been called St. Peter during those times, and that is why the goalkeeper would have probably come from out there.
Oh.
But you're not remembering that?
No, not remembering that.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about now how you being a footballer got involved in music and to what extent?
I started out from Jamaica. I was very close with Bonnie Goodison, who was another who was a footballer, was also was supposed to be. They call him Bonnie Goodison was also called to football, like with Bonnie Goodison as a footballer from the Old Boys. He played for St. George's.
Oh, Bonnie Goodison from St. George's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was he was
into music.
Yes, he into music all in the early days. but he was with the national squad. It was called up with Bonnie Goodison in the early days, like in the 60s.
Oh,
Yes, 1960, 61 to 63, the national coach, you know.
called Bonnie Goodison to the national team.
Yes,
That's Penner.
yes.
Okay.
Like Major Bonds was also one of the early 63, 64, 62 with the national team.
Also, that's Johnny Barnes' father.
Yes,
So he was part of the national team too.
yes.
Okay, I didn't. Okay.
Yeah, I becomes the captain for the regiment when the major
Oh,
was the head of the Jamaica Defense Force, 1962
so 1962, you were the captain of the Jamaica regiment team,
Defense Regiment team. Yes,
and that had Major Barnes on it, who is Johnny Barnes' father.
yes,
Okay, and Bonnie Goodison was on that team too.
yes.
Okay,
And so we talk about the music
music.
because he was a good friend of mine, Bonnie Goodison,
Yes.
and he was a musician, and we helped to, I was try to do as best I can to help Rocksteady. And from 1968, where I first started out with MLS in St. Louis, I started out collecting records.
From 1968.
Yes. So, a good amount of collection I started in New York, 1968. And then I started the music. So Body Goodison in terms, sometimes as boss what she can stop in New York and stop in 1960, 68, 60,
9.
69. You would stop in New York and, try to accumulate some different disc that goes back to Jamaica. And so I find myself collecting more and more. And, this is what was my life now.
Okay, so you have a comprehensive collection of vinyl.
Yeah, vinyls, yes.
Vinyls from 1968.
Yes.
Vinyl.
Yes.
Whoa. Somebody's just saying that Soul Shock.
Soul Shock is
was Bonnie Goodison's sound.
Yes.
Okay. You see, this is rich history. But what was it like being a Jamaican, a black person playing football in America in that time in St. Louis, or it didn't matter? Because I know in those days, just coming out of colonialism, kind of not even completed yet in Jamaica, a lot of things going on in the States. What was it like for you in those early days?
Very, very. It was not that as bad as one would think in terms. We're in 68. Think about Miles Davis in the hotel that I stayed. You had a great baseball coach, and he was also one of the greatest pitcher.
What's his name?
The pitcher for hell of a thing to remember that, but one of the greatest pitcher there is in America was one of the greatest pitchers there is.
You remember what team he played for?
Yes, he plays for the St. Louis. Played for St. Louis. He was a pitcher from and then, like I said, Miles Davis was in the same hotel that I was staying, and that pitcher.
Who is Miles Davis?
He's a musician. He's a jazz musician,
Man,
world class.
okay. Picture in yes, in 1968.
Yes, this picture was a world class picture.
I have like Ted Simmons, Johnny Edwards, Tim McCarver,
Mm,
Dave Ricketts, Ray Washburn,
no,
um, 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 Tom Pagnozzi.
mm,
Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can. Let's see if we can find the name for those who are interested. Yeah. Um, yeah. Picture. You have Nelson Bryles, Steve Carlton, Bob Gibson.
Bob Gibson. That's
Okay.
the man.
Bob
Bob,
Gibson.
Bob Gibson.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he was, stayed in my hotel in St. Louis, and he was like a world class pitcher. And we have like breakfast together with, like I said, Miles
Miles.
Davis is considered one of the greatest musician in the world. If you
Yeah.
think about it, as a black man,
Okay.
Miles Davis and Gibson, we had breakfast together.
So you never really face a lot of racism and stuff like that in those.
No, no,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
St. Louis was not easy.
But you enjoyed your early days playing football in Jamaica and playing with your teammates and things. What is it you'd say is the biggest highlight of your footballing?
in,
Yeah, like
in
career.
Jamaica.
Yeah.
And like I said, 1965 when I scored hat trick against KC.
I thought you'd have said when you scored against Cuba.
Yes. Well, really, I used to have a sister used to be. She's like a boy, and she's everything with me. But like as a young man, all the games I played, she wants to watch all the games. And I have a sister who always just want to play like a boy. And
Yeah.
so my
Yeah. All right. Awesome. So the high who in your time who is the player that like probably in the world you'd say that this was a player that when you were playing football you admired the most.
like I said, I used to love to watch the guy named Vava in Brazil.
Vava.
Vava, yes, used to idolize him because I used to watch, some world class players, and I used to like to watch Vava. I
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
For people who are wondering what is Edvaldo
well,
Ivido, yeah, Edvaldo,
but yeah,
known as Vava. Yeah, and he was a striker.
a striker, yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
Okay, so he was your favorite player.
Yes, used to love that.
Okay, and anyone else?
Well, I most of the forwards, most of the forwards I used to just, like I said, just watch. Uh, Peel, Peel is really the trickiest one of them, and I love
Yes.
Pele. You know,
Yeah. Awesome. This is some rich history. And thing I don't know if there is anything in terms of the sport, your accomplishment, that you want to talk about. Or any of your kids, grandkids ended up playing soccer, football.
I have a son born, grew up, born in Jamaica, and grew up from as a boy, and he started out going to school, and but he played more um, basketball than he did soccer. But he started out, but he was so very, very good at basketball that the coach was trying to even get him professionally. So,
Okay.
yes, but never continue playing soccer.
Okay. But anything else anything else you want to add?
Yeah,
Anything
like
you
I
want to
said, one of the referee in modern days, one of my nephew, one of my two of my nephew, one is a coach and one is a umpire. Used to be a soccer referee.
in Jamaica?
Yes,
Yeah?
where was Duncan? We call him Earl Duncan.
Okay.
He's a referee, and then my nephew, who is a coach, is young Duncan in school.
Okay.
So
Okay. So he's a coach here in Jamaica.
yes,
Okay. Okay.
yes,
Okay. Listen. I've learned some things. Just talking to you and getting some of these stories. I'm hearing, some of the names.
yeah,
Back then, to be honest, this is the first time I'm hearing some of these names in football.
yes,
And want to commend you, because you probably scored the first goal for Jamaica in World Cup qualifying. I don't know if this is recorded anywhere,
yeah.
because we would not have been playing any qualifiers just by invitation.
By
So the fact that
invitation.
you did that is a commendable thing. And I am absolutely delighted that I got the opportunity to talk with you, to capture this rich part of our history as a people. That we didn't start playing Mexico the other day, but you guys traveled to Mexico in high altitude to play them. I mean, yeah, players like Sidney Bartlett, Henry Largy, Dan
Yeah,
Clark, Oscar Black. That's you, Larry Winter, Lascelles Dunkley, the Welsh twin,
yeah,
Delroy Scott, Roddy Pierce, Jackie Bell, Neville Granville, Urkel Vaz,
yes,
Frank Brown,
yeah,
like I said, Bishop from Railway Oval,
yeah,
KC players you mentioned, like, the McLeans and the Jumpy Harris and the Neville Oxford played
yeah,
in Trinidad with
yeah.
Alan Skill
Alan,
Cole,
yeah,
I'm captain in the Jamaica Regiment team with Major Barnes, that is the father of Johnny Barnes, Bonnie Goodison,
yeah,
a soul shop, being your teammate and stuff. Rich history. Um, Even talking about what happened down there in Boyston and what football was like, and surfaces that weren't as good as we have today.
yeah.
Playing in the NASL. I don't know. You probably are the first Jamaican to have played in the NASL. I don't know if you know of anyone who had
Yeah,
gone there before you.
yes, yes. I think it was um two players. Um, uh, Two players I can remember. What's his name? He played for Boys Town, and he played for Boys Town, and he played for St. Louis, and another player was a goalkeeper in Montego Bay. We used to call him uh, he used to be a announcer. He used to play with he played for St. Louis. He was one of the first Jamaican who played for in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Yes. What's his name?
Was St. Louis in the early in the what they used to call the Negro League? That's what they played.
No.
Oh, because I know that.
Oh, this guy he's a friend of mine. He played for him. He used to play. He plays for Boys Town, and he was on the radio doing sports thing.
Okay, I'm trying to see if I can. I try to see if I can.
Not McNabb.
Ali McNabb. Ali McNabb played for them. The other three players are Ernest Waugh,
Yes.
Norman Billy Griffith,
Yeah.
and Gauntlet Rowe.
That's who I'm talking. Garnet Row.
Yeah.
Dread.
Okay.
Yes. Garnet breast. Garnet. Yes.
Okay. So because this article is saying that the St. Louis professional soccer star signed today 4 Jamaican, including 20-year-old Ali McNabb, a
Yes.
forward who played for the Jamaican national team.
Yes.
Ali McNabb, you played with Ali McNabb at
Yes.
Boys Town? Okay.
No, I wasn't playing for Boys Town then.
Okay, so did Ali McNabb play for St. Louis before you got there, or it was afterward?
Yes, before.
Before.
He was the first.
He was the first, right? So
Yes.
they said Ali McNabb, a forward who played for Jamaica. The other 3 players are Ernest Waugh. They call him a half-back.
Yes.
Interesting how they used to call the names back then. A half-back.
Yes.
Billy Griffith.
Billy. I'm not sure Billy
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
talked about.
Yeah, and
But
they
he
said
went
Billy.
to St. Louis
Yeah, they said Billy Griffith and Gauntlet.
and Gauntlet Row.
Right.
He was a goalkeeper.
Yes, a goalie.
Yes.
So they actually went there before you.
Yes.
Okay. Did I mean when you were around was somebody's asking if Lindy Della Penna was playing football,
Was he play?
or he was in England by then? Lindy Della Penna.
Yes, he left England and played for a club team out here called somewhere near Delapena played for near JC somewhere near
Ligani.
Ligani he was playing for.
And with the Welsh brothers were playing for Ligani as well.
No.
Okay.
Who was playing for Ligani was Simmons.
Simmons.
Yes.
Okay.
Simmons becomes a brigadier in the army. Patrick Simmons.
I see. So Lindy Della Penna was before your time.
Yes.
Okay, I see. I see. All right. So here's a good thing, right? Because and this is good. So Ali McNabb, because you got there in '68, Ali McNabb went there in '67.
Yes.
This is what. Thank you, Orlando.
Yes.
Okay. So Ali McNabb, Gauntlet, the keeper went there.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And then afterwards, you left Jamaica and you went there as well.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Know about Lindy, one of our early Jamaican. He also, he knows. He just spoke about Lindy Della Penna. Well, Lindy Della Penna, he knows about him. He was at Ligani, but Lindy Della Penna was before Oscar Black's time.
Yes.
But he does know him.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, so I didn't know that he and Ali McNabb played together
Yes.
at Boys Town.
No, not at Boys Town.
At St. Louis?
After they finished with St. Louis, then he was playing somewhere in Jamaica, and then he played for Boys Town.
Oh, so he actually played for St. Louis before he played for Boys Town? Or you don't know?
Oh, after. After
Okay.
playing for St. Louis, then he played for
He
Boys.
came back to Jamaica. Okay, so you played with him. All right, we're going to have to run right now.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Um, so you played with him at St. Louis.
Yes.
That's Ali McNabb. And then he came back to Jamaica, but you stayed.
I stayed. Yes.
Awesome, 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 awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, South Cry. He did say he played with Jackie Bell. He played with Jackie Bell for Jamaica. So someone is just asking if he played with any of the Bells. He and
Yes.
Jackie Bell played in the World Cup qualifiers for the
Yes.
1996 World Cup.
Yes.
Jackie Bell was a part of that team, and Oscar Black, was the person who scored the lone goal against Cuba in Jamaica. We drew with Mexico 2-2 out here. He can't
Yeah.
remember the goal scorers for Jamaica then, but we were defeated 7-0 in Mexico by Mexico.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Listen, man, like I said that, this is the kind of history we want to know and remember. So I'm very, very grateful that you came on and to, the wonderful, wonderful, kind-hearted assistant that you have. I don't know if she wants me to mention her name, so I'll
Yes.
keep her name a secret for now. But I'm so grateful that she made herself available as well, so that we
Yes.
could
Yes.
do this interview. And it's amazing how this thing came about with Michael Tuller being there and Freddie Butler, and they all met you. And they said,
Yes.
man, you need to put this together. And I said, of course, this is history. And
Yes.
so,
Yes.
I mean, thank you for your service to Jamaica, because this is in probably the roughest time, with little support and little stuff. But you went out there and you did your thing for Jamaica, man. And I'm glad that Jamaica gets to hear this.
Yes. Thanks. Thanks.
And hear this interview, and probably long after you're gone, at least
Yes.
it should have been recorded in history, and people can always go back and watch it. And be in
Yes.
good health. I hope when you're celebrating your 80th birthday in 2023, that
Yes.
you can
Thanks.
come on so we can tell you happy birthday and sing. So
Yes.
long life and prosperity to you and
Yes.
your family. And I give you the platform now so you can say thank you to anyone
Yes.
in the last few minutes. Go ahead.
Yes. It was an honor and a privilege playing for the land of my birth. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right. Anyone you want to thank?
Yes, I want to thank the lady who have helped me. she's she's in that sight, not in nose. She's not seeing me, but
Yes.
I have to thank her. Thank her, immensely, immensely. Thank, all she did for me, and throughout my my career or what I'm doing. And thanks again for putting what you have put together and where we are at this time. Thanks. Thank you
You're
again.
welcome, man. All
All
right. So
right.
bless you. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and we will be in touch. Mr. Oscar Black.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right. So there you go, people. Whoa, what a fascinating story. If we only knew the true history of our football, um, from the 1940s. There was a time when it was a Jamaica regiment. Can you believe that? Look where we are today. What journey we have been on. What growth we have achieved. What movement we have made. From as early as in the 60s, Jamaicans were moving overseas to play in leagues. Do we all know that? It simply means that we have always produced generational talent, and we continue to do so. I urge you, all of us, let's not forget where we're coming from, lest we fail to reach where we need to go. We will only truly appreciate where we are and where we're going when we begin to acknowledge the greatness and the successes from our past. The waymakers, the pathfinders, the bridge builders, the door openers, they set the stage. So let's not forget the Oscar Black. Let's not forget the Bonnie Goodisons, the Sid Bartlett, the Henry Largy. Let's not forget the Dan Clark, the Larry Winter, the Lascelles Dunkley, the Welsh Brothers, the Delroy Scott, the Roddy Pierce, the Jackie Bell, the Neville Glanville, Urkel Vaz, the Frank Browns, the Alan Skill Cole, the McLeans, the Jumpy Harris, the Neville Oxford, the Jackie Walters, and so many more. Let's not forget. Thank you for watching I Am Sure Sports. I am Manning's Man, and we ask you simply to support the work that we're doing by doing three things. Hit the like button, share the video, and if you have not yet subscribed to the platform, do so. Thanks to Garnet Denton, who $10 super sticker to aid with the work of the platform. We appreciate that. Have yourself a wonderful day, and looking forward to talking with you on our second program for the day at 8:30 this evening. I'll leave you with
William Day Memorial High School D Cup Alumni presents its third annual fundraising barbecue on Memorial Day, May 30th, 2022. Wear your favorite jersey to Wilsonwood Park in Mount Vernon, New York. Remember to take exit 12 off the Hutchinson River Parkway. Music by DJ Mad Max of Sound 1000. Proceeds to aid the William Day High School Da Costa Cup team. For more information, contact Keegan 304-607-4034. Our Codfish at 954-639-2991. Proud of people, it's important. Remember, make sure say, oh no, did that.